With the Education Edge, you are making a difference for the students of the Wichita Public Schools.
Education Edge has played a phenomenal role in the opportunity that they've given me to offer an after-school program here at Cloud Elementary for girls in grades K through 5. We're now offering an after-school yoga and mindfulness club for those girls. We were able to purchase 50 yoga mats, 50 blocks. We're able to purchase journals and pins and shirts for all of our participants. The program is called Girls R.I.S.E, and the R.I.S.E stands for Resilience, Intelligence, Self-Love, and Empowerment. And so each week we focus on one of the themes, and we really try to pull into the girls and get them to open up about different experiences they've had in those 4 areas and how they can improve as young women as they move forward in their lives, focusing on those themes. We really needed all of the funding from Education Edge to pursue this here at our school. The great part about it is now that we have gotten the funding, we can continue the program for years to come since we have the equipment. But without Education Edge, we would not be able to offer this program at our school.
We all have access to it. It's there for all of us to use. It's like renting a little extra shed where we can put any extra equipment that we need to, that we don't use daily, but when we do need it, we have access to it right there and it's right next to us. I know Ben uses it. I know our technology, they have some big equipment that they put in there. And pretty much any classroom, if you have extra stuff that you want to take advantage of and use that space over there and clear up some of your own space in your room, we can do that. We didn't have one central location. We was all using one little space. We used the foyer, for example. We used the basement all over there by the boiler room. We had it in there. And it's just, we had it throughout the building, and it was one of those things like we need a central location where we can put this all in.
Most of them haven't ever seen a pottery wheel or what it's capable of doing, and so being able to have equipment like that they're able to use and experiment with just gives them an opportunity to be exposed to art making tools that they probably wouldn't have the opportunity to get exposed to otherwise. The way our budget works in such high dollar equipment like pottery wheels, printing presses, even drying racks, they would just eat up so much of the art budget that if we tried to get equipment like that through the money that we have, then the rest of our art making supplies throughout the year that we have to replace yearly, like markers, colored pencils, erasers, all of those really fundamental tools that we need, we wouldn't have the money to get those. So with grants like this, I'm able to get fun stuff, like fun equipment that I would not have access to otherwise.
Your gift to the Education Edge provides support that reaches beyond the district's budget through grants for fine arts, athletics, and classroom mini-grants. In calendar year 2019, the Athletics Fund purchased middle school uniforms and equipment. The Fine Arts Fund purchased beginning band and orchestra instruments, visual arts equipment, and auditorium upgrades. During that same time, Education Edge Classroom Mini-Grants funded 10 projects, including funds for special projects, books, technology, equipment, and supplies. With your help, the Education Edge continues innovative and replicable mini-grant projects that back the district's multi-tier system of supports.
We applied for the Koch mini grant for robotics, so we'll be upgrading our Cortexes from what's called V4 to V5. We bought enough equipment to have 10 robots, which should support about 20 to 30 kids in our program. One of the things we love in robotics is we have students learn some real-life problem-solving skills. So they come up with a design for the robot, they look at other designs and see what it is, and a lot of times they think they know how it's going to work. And when they actually get into building the robot, it never works the way they expect it to on the first time, and so they're hit with this immediate problem of how do I make this work. And so it's really a great hands-on way for the students to learn how to solve problems as they encounter them. I love the grit that it teaches my students, that they persevere through these problems and don't just give up immediately.
Koch Classroom Mini Grants funded 8 projects for 2019. Koch Mini Grants are for STEM projects or business entrepreneurship classroom projects that are aligned with the district's MTSS initiative. These mini-grants are funded by Koch Industries.
In 2018-19, the Education Edge helped Wichita Public School students and classrooms for the 15th consecutive school year. The Edge has now distributed nearly $1.4 million for mini-grants, fine arts, and athletics. And more than 600 USD 259 employees and retirees as well as community donors, made one-time gifts or automatic payroll donations last year. 100% of your donations to the Education Edge stay in the Wichita Public Schools. Thank you for your support.
I'm really grateful for the Education Edge opportunity. I encourage anyone to apply, and I really appreciate the support that I have received this year.
Without your money, I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I do in my classroom, and my students wouldn't be able to have experience with a lot of the things that I've been able to give them experience with.
When our building was built in 1939 and you need more of anything and the community come together to help each other out, that's awesome. It makes us all just smile, and just one of those things we're all grateful for.
We really appreciate you guys pouring money into education. Our students really appreciate it. This sort of class is the thing that students don't always get the opportunity to do, so we're just thankful that you guys are providing the money to do this sort of fun extracurricular class that really prepares our students for that next level of technology education.